Prior to appearing in ecowas, revolutionary Guy Marius Sagna was...
I think we as Africans must do everything within our power by any means necessary to give this brother protection. This Senegalese representative as the ECOWAS Parliament, we must do everything within our power to give him protection. Because we all know our history. Anytime an African leader is standing up for his people, the Western colonial criminals, with their collaborators in Africa, will always come for him. And everything that this brother is representing is the interest of Africa. He is representing the interest of Africa, and the colonial criminals and their puppet collaborators in Africa doesn't want to see that. I want us to go and watch a video that he lectured African ECOWAS Parliament, a video that he lectured them. He seems to be lecturing his colleagues at the ECOWAS Parliament. I want us to go and watch the full video, come back and analyze it. But before we do that, please take time out of your busy schedules and support our mission, the #1 African mission. We are on a mission, and our mission is all about the unity of the African continent and our dignity as children of Africa. You will hear this brother talking about how the unity of America, the United States of America, how their unity helped them to become powerful as they are today. America is the most powerful country in the world, whether you like it or not. What makes them powerful is the unity that the founding fathers of America realized and fought a civil war to bring all these countries together. And if we want to see a stronger, better Africa with dignity, the citizens having their dignity, then we must fight to see a united Africa. And that is why we are here, One Africa Mission. So please support our mission. Help us. You can only help us by sharing what we are doing. If you appreciate what we are doing, subscribe also to our YouTube channel. On Facebook, we are there, One Africa Mission. On TikTok, we are there, One Africa Mission. You can follow us, pass your comments. For those of you who are doing that, we really appreciate your support. And for those of you who haven't really taken time out of your busy schedules, please do that. Do us a favor. It doesn't take nothing out from you, but to subscribe and also to follow us, to pass your comments. We are really learning a lot from you. And together, me and you, we can bring back our dignity as children of Africa. Let us fight for a united Africa, for our dignity. Not just for us, but for the next generation of Africans. The children, the next generation of Africans, they deserve a better Africa. And it is only me and you who can give them that better Africa. So let us do that for them. And prosperity would be our best judge. So let's go and watch the full video. Come back and analyze it.
My first question is this. In one of the reports, it is mentioned that there is $16,939,428,000 that donors give to ECOWAS for road infrastructure. My question is, who are these donors? My second proposal is this. Perhaps we, as ECOWAS, should look at the world, Africa, and our own countries through the eyes of our people. Some donors are asking why this road goes all the way to Cameroon. Maybe that's the point of the donors and not the interest of ECOWAS. Some of us are wondering why MTN is necessary and why Orange France Telecom makes a chip in Nigeria different from a chip in Senegal, Mali, Togo, and Benin, etc. We wonder why that is. But because it is in the interest of the donor, we do not dare to do what the United States does. The United States created the United States of America, but here, everyone wants to be president at home. Everyone wants to be president of parliament. Everyone wants to be a deputy. Everyone wants to be this or that at home to the detriment of the interests of the people of West Africa. That's why we won't have unity like the United States. This is why we will not have roads like the United States, because we look at the world through the eyes of our amateur leaders. When we read these reports, it feels like reading the IMF reports and the World Bank reports. Our donors tell us about growth rates and deficits instead of looking at the world and Africa with our African eyes.
une croissance extravertie qui est mangée en dehors de l'Afrique.
The West looks at growth rates, extroverted growth that benefits outside Africa.
Les citoyens
That's why we announced that we have millions of citizens who will be threatened with hunger and not have enough to eat.
millions d'enfants de moins de 5 ans. C'est pas nos enfants. Ce ne sont
16 million children under 5 years old are not our children.
des 3 minutes de temps.
If they were our children, we would not accept 3 minutes of speaking time.
Sont menacés.
It is because they are not our children who are threatened with acute malnutrition that we accept 3 minutes, and that's what needs to change.
Si le Burkina Faso refuse seul de payer la dette, à la prochaine conférence de l'OIA, je ne serai pas là.
Thomas Sankara said if Burkina Faso refused alone to pay the debt, he wouldn't be there.
À la 7e
But if this ECOWAS does not change, essentially by the 7th legislature, there will be no more parliament of ECOWAS.
Aujourd'hui, ce qu'on devait dire, c'est la CEDEAO,
There are breaks to be made today.
population, arrive
What we should say is this: what percentage of its population can ECOWAS feed, and what percentage comes from outside ECOWAS?
Comment on fait pour régler ça? D'ici les 10 ans, comment on fait pour
How can we fix this in the next 10 years?
On importe pour 200 à 300 milliards de francs CFA.
In Senegal, we import 200 to 300 billion CFA francs of wheat per year.
Au Togo, combien
How much in Mali?
combien en Guinée et
How much in Togo?
on parle de-
How much in Gambia?
Mais il faut aller vers.
How much in Guinea and Cape Verde?
Est-ce que la sécurité alimentaire, c'est quoi? L'essentiel, c'est que nos populations mangent, peu importe si ce
We
qui
talk
mange
about food
vient de la
security,
France,
but we must move towards food sovereignty because what is food security if the main thing is that the population eats?
or la CEDEAO doit aller vers la souveraineté.
It doesn't matter if what they eat comes from France, the United States, China, or Russia.
Sourds à cette jeunesse. Nous restons sourds.
We remain
à ces
dependent,
femmes.
or ECOWAS must move towards sovereignty.
You see, so as you can see, the brother is talking about a certain amount of loan or money that was given to West Africa, ECOWAS, by the Americans to construct roads. And they were dictating to them how to use the money. You see, this is the reason why President Traoré of Burkina Faso is rejecting them. You know, and still Burkina Faso is surviving. The Sahel countries are surviving because they will give you the loan and they will want to dictate to you. It's a dictatorship, even though they claim to go around preaching democracy, but they dictate to you. They will give you the loan and they will dictate to you how to use it. And the brother is saying, for how long are we going to sit down, the richest continent in the world, for how long are we going to sit down expecting other people to come and give us loans and dictate to us what to do? We must protect him, and so that the likes of him, more people like him will start to speak out for our continent. Africa is at the crossroad, and then we need more people like that to come out and talk and speak for the continent of Africa. Look, he spoke about unity, how the America, the country America, how they were able to unite 50 states. And today those 50 states, imagine, come to think of it, imagine the way we are calling on a united Africa, and then we expect every African to take it as their mission to fight for this unification of Africa. Imagine the richest continent on planet Earth, 54 states, 1.8 billion population, because that is the population of Africa. Forget about what they are telling you. They will never tell you our true the true population of Africa. 1.8 billion population of Africans in the continent of Africa. Imagine if we can all come together, one military, one passport, one currency. Is there any country that can stand our currency? Is there any currency? Is there any military? Look, 50 states in America, they are the most powerful country in the world. You hold the American passport and it represents dignity for you. But in Africa, you hold the American dollar, it represents dignity for you. But in Africa, 54 states, we've been chopped into pieces in Berlin. And because of that, none of us live a life of dignity. No matter who you think you are. Look at Dangote, the richest black man on this planet Earth. Look at how he's suffering. Even he is the richest black man on this planet Earth. It is because of the continent that he's coming from. If Dangote was to be an American or a Chinese or a European, he would have been earning the respect that Europe represents. But because he's coming from the continent of Africa, look at how he's also suffering. So our dignity rely on our unity, just as the brother said. And he also talked about food sovereignty. He said we should stop talking about food security and talk about food sovereignty, because we need our sovereignty. We cannot sit down and then allow the Western world to come and be imposing GMO products on us. Whilst as a matter of fact, we have 64% or 65% of the world arable land in Africa. And yes, and we have our own seed, organic seed. We have our own organic way of farming. And yet we allow those people who doesn't have the land to farm to come and impose GMO. There's a reason they are doing that. And then, as I said, it's about time we stop blaming them and take our responsibility of our actions, because this is 21st century. We cannot afford to continue to blame other people for what we should be doing for ourselves. This got nothing to do with the white man. We cannot blame the white man for everything that is happening to us, because we are human beings just like any other person. If the white man cannot force their GMO food on Russia, if the Europeans cannot force their GMO on China, why should we allow them to come and impose it on us? Why? Thank you very much for coming around. Please, if you haven't joined our mission, as I said, it is our obligation as this generation of Africans to leave a better Africa for the next generation of Africans. And we have the chance never before afforded to any generation of Africans to achieve this united Africa. Together, me and you can do it. Please support our mission. One African mission. We intend to embark on another journey. We were in Ethiopia and Kenya the other time. We intend to embark on another journey to preach the gospel of a united Africa for the citizens of Africa. Together, me and you can do it. Support our mission by sharing what we are doing. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on Facebook. Don't just watch. Please like it. Pass your comments. Your comments are really helping us. And as I said, together, me and you, we the citizens of Africa, will bring a better Africa for the next generation of Africans. Thank you very much.